What's up, guys? It's your girl Tasha. I am back. I was sitting here, I was making some calls and talked to some people, got a couple of sales, made some money, and then I found this interesting article. So, since I found this interesting article, I said I'm going to come on and I'm going to share it with you guys, okay? And it's going to be a little bit long probably, but hey, those of you who get to tune in, listen as long as you can. Come back, hit the replay, get the rest. If you come on late, hit the replay, get the rest. Let me know if you think it, what you think about the information. And just whether or not it was helpful, right? So anyway, I thought it was pretty interesting. Basically, this is why your cholesterol level, here's why your cholesterol levels matter and what you can do to manage them. That's basically what I'm sharing with the article. Why it matters and how improving your body composition can actually help you. I think it's a cool article about cholesterol. So if you know anyone that got some high cholesterol, hit share and tell them that you need to listen to this article that your girl Tasha found to be interesting and she's sharing, okay? So I probably should have got me some water because it's a little bit long. But maybe when I read it out loud, it won't be so long, okay? Let's see. When it comes to pressing health concerns, matters of the heart are consistently at the top of the list. With someone dying every 36 seconds from cardiovascular disease, according to the CDC, it's no wonder that so many people are staying vigilant about issues like blood pressure and obesity. High cholesterol is another key risk factor to pay attention to if you want your heart to be as healthy as possible. High cholesterol levels are linked to serious and often life-threatening conditions like heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. And actually, I did a call last night where people came on to learn about our products as well as our company and the business plan. And two of the new guests were actually concerned because both of them had young women, one was a niece and one was a daughter who had recently had strokes, okay? So that's very serious, okay? Let's see, but it comes with very few warning signs, so it's crucial that you learn to be proactive when it comes to high cholesterol. Here's why your cholesterol levels matter and what you can do to manage them. First of all, some people don't really know. We've heard, do you know? We hear people talk about high cholesterol, but do you really know what high cholesterol or what cholesterol even is, right? Well, cholesterol is the fatty substance primarily produced by your liver and intestines and travels through your bloodstream. Cholesterol is not inherently bad on its own. The problem begins when your cholesterol levels are too high, a condition otherwise known as hypocholesterolemia. So to understand why cholesterol can be harmful, it's helpful to understand what it actually supposed to be doing, okay? Cholesterol plays many essential roles in your body. It acts as a building block for some of your most important hormones, including testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, and cortisol. Now, let me tell you something, guys. I don't know how to pronounce all these words, but y'all know with your girl Tasha being out there with me, y'all can figure it out, okay? Y'all can figure it out, okay? Anyway, it's also a component of bile salt, which helps you to digest fat-soluble vitamins. So since various cells need cholesterol, it needs to be delivered throughout your body through your nutrient highway into your bloodstream. Hey Sylvia, how you doing? Hey Bird, I hope this information helps you guys and you share it with somebody because it'll help somebody else, right? Cholesterol is a fatty substance, so it can't travel freely through your blood on its own. The two don't mix well, much like oil and water. Instead, cholesterol is packaged with proteins into compounds called lipoproteins that can move freely throughout your blood, which allows it to travel through your bloodstream in 5 different forms. That's the HDL, LDL, VLDL, the IDL, and chylomicrons. I don't know. It's CHYLOMICRONS. Okay. After this is over, we're going to go to YouTube and get the pronunciation. Okay. While each of these lipoproteins play specific roles in the delivery of cholesterol, 2 of the most important ones to be aware of as they relate to your health are the LDL and the HDL. LDL, low density lipoproteins, often referred to as bad cholesterol, contains more cholesterol than they do proteins. This means that they are fattier and less dense, which can lead them to stick to the sides of your arteries as they travel and deliver cholesterol to your cells. Now, HDL, which is a high density lipoproteins or good cholesterol, have more proteins than cholesterol, making them denser. They work by collecting and carrying excess cholesterol away from your organs and towards your liver, where they can be disposed of properly. So while your overall cholesterol levels do matter, it's often changing in the ratio of LDL to HDL that can cause the problems in the downline. Ideally, you want to have a higher HDL concentration and a lower LDL concentration in your blood to prevent cholesterol from sticking to your arteries. Without the proper ratio, some pretty serious complications can develop, okay? So, why high cholesterol matters? It probably comes from no surprise that a healthier heart and a cardiovascular system are necessary for your body to stay alive. Your heart pumps blood via your arteries throughout your entire body, delivering essential nutrients like oxygen, and interruption of this system can be a life-threatening situation. If your LDL levels are high and your HDL levels are low, this can lead to a buildup of cholesterol as the excess LDL starts sticking to the sides of your arteries. If left unchecked, it can combine with other substances like calcium to form plaque, which can harden over time. This hardening of your arteries is called atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis, which means that your heart has to work overtime to pump blood through those stiffer, narrow arteries, okay? Unfortunately, the consequences of that word can be severe. It can raise your blood pressure to the point of hypertension, and a condition often linked to cardiovascular disease. And if the plaque ruptures, it can lead to blood clots that completely cut off your blood flow. This means that your tissues can become starved for the blood and oxygen, and the consequences of this are very serious, you see. If the blocked vessel prevents blood from being delivered to your heart, it can cause a heart attack. If the blocked vessel cuts off blood delivery to your brain, it can result in a stroke. What are normal cholesterol ranges? Did you ask? Well, here's the answer. So high cholesterol can lead to severe consequences when left unchecked, but it generally doesn't come with any noticeable warning signs. This is why it's important to monitor your cholesterol levels with blood tests, especially if you're someone who is at a higher risk. More on that in a moment. As a reference, these are the normal cholesterol levels for adults 20 years of age and older. Total cholesterol should be 125 to 200 mg/dl. LDL should be less than 100 mg/dl. HDL should be greater than 40 mg/dl in men and 50 mg/dl in women, okay? How people develop high cholesterol levels? Well, so how does someone develop the high cholesterol level? Everyone's susceptibility to it will vary, but it comes down to three main factors: your lifestyle, your age, and your genetics, okay? Lifestyle. As it is true with many chronic health conditions, your dietary eating patterns and level of physical activity can play a role in your cholesterol levels. For example, diets that are heavy in processed food and saturated fats can put you at a greater risk for high LDL levels. Other lifestyle choices can also affect your cholesterol. For example, smoking can lower your HDL levels, and luckily, these are factors that you can most easily control and manipulate. Aging. Your risk for developing high cholesterol tends to increase as you advance in age, which is why it's a good idea to have regular physicals and blood tests. Genetics. Some people are more genetically predisposed than others to developing high cholesterol and heart disease. Knowing your family history can help you predict whether it may become a problem for you. the connection between obesity, body composition, and cholesterol. Okay? There is also another factor at play that can increase your risk of developing high cholesterol, and that's your body composition. Because it can change your body metabolism, being overweight presents its own set of threats to your cardiovascular health. Research has shown that being obese can actually change how your body metabolizes different nutrients, including fat. As it pertains to cholesterol, people who are obese tend to produce more LDL and less HDL. In addition, having too much body fat promotes insulin resistance and inflammation, both of which can lead to negative consequences for your heart health. Something important to note is that your body weight on its own isn't always the best way to gauge your risk for developing a heart condition. What really matters is the body composition rather than the body weight. For example, people with more muscle than fat can be perfectly healthy even though they might weigh more than what is recommended for their age and their height. On the other hand, people can be skinny fat, which means that they may weigh in at an acceptable range for the height, but their ratio of body fat to weight is still high. Are you skinny fat? Have y'all heard of that? Are you skinny fat? Are you just fat? Which fat is? Your girl Tasha, I guess I'm not skinny fat. I don't think I'm fat. But anyway, I got some meat on my bones, right? Anyway, unfortunately, people who are skinny fat can also be susceptible to metabolic conditions and ailments because of their high body fat percentages. This is why it's so important to track not only your weight, but your body composition as well. Now, how do we lower your cholesterol? Well, your cholesterol levels are dependent on so many different factors, not all of which are under your control, such as your age and your family history. You can't control that, right? Luckily, there are plenty of lifestyle adjustments that you can make to improve both your body composition and your cholesterol levels, which can make a huge difference in your heart health. Here are some ways to lower your high cholesterol levels. Minimizing the saturated and trans fats in your diet. It wasn't too long ago that all dietary fat was blamed to be for raising cholesterol levels. But it turns out that the kinds of fats are just as important as how much fat you eat. Saturated fats like those found in meat and dairy, and trans fats as you find in margarine, hallucinase, fried foods, processed foods raise cholesterol levels. On the other hand, it's no longer believed that eating cholesterol-rich foods like eggs have as much of an effect on your cholesterol as it was once believed. To reduce your cholesterol levels, you should minimize your intake of saturated fats and avoid trans fats altogether. This generally means eating less fatty red meat, dairy products, and processed commercial foods. You can replace them with healthier unsaturated fats, which can actually help improve your cholesterol levels instead. Good examples of healthy fats include monosaturated fats from olive oil, sunflower oil, or canola oil, omega-3 fatty acids in fatty fish, walnuts, and chia seeds, eating more heart-healthy foods, period, right? Certain nutrients can minimize your risk of cholesterol buildup. For example, fiber binds to the cholesterol and prevents it from building up and causing atherosclerosis. That's that word again. In the same vein, antioxidants and vitamins from plant-based foods also play a role in fighting inflammation, which can also improve your heart health. Some heart-healthy foods you should be eating more of include whole grains like oats, quinoa, barley, and rye. Fruits such as berries, grapefruits, apples, pears, grapes. The more the variety, the better. Veggies like leafy greens, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts, and carrots. And also, of course, increasing your exercise. Regular exercise can also help improve your cholesterol levels, especially with higher intensity workouts such as cardio that get your heart rate up. A peer-reviewed study found that people who exercise so that they reach 75% of their maximum heart rate were able to see both lower levels of LDL and also higher levels of HDL. Increasing your exercise and activity levels will often coincide with improved body composition, especially when paired with a proper diet. For best results, include a mix of both resistance training for increasing muscle mass and cardio for decreasing body fat. And quit smoking. Smoking damages your arteries, making them more susceptible to plaque buildup, and it can it can also lower your body's production of HDL and increase your production of LDL, all of which can have a huge negative impact on your heart. If you're a regular cigarette smoker, quitting now is one of the most impactful things you can do to get your cholesterol levels in check. One study found that people who quit smoking showed improvements in their HDL after 1 year, even if they gained weight after quitting. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Conclusion, guys. With 2.6 million people dying every year from cholesterol-related conditions, there is no question that monitoring cholesterol matters now more than ever. It may take a dedicated combination of watching your diet, increasing your physical activity, improving your body composition, and checking in regularly with your doctor, but your heart will thank you for years to come. Okay, so guys, that is it. That's the reason why cholesterol levels matter and what you can do to manage them. I found the article to be interesting. I plan on trying to implement some of the stuff in here. I definitely want to have a healthy heart. I want to be around here as long as possible for my kids. I know that you guys would love to do that. Congratulations, Larnice, on drinking a whole gallon of water. I'm trying to get up to that whole gallon. That thing a little bit difficult, girl. But I can drink. Matter of fact, since you said it, hold on. Let me get some more. Thanks for the reminder, Larnice. So just think about it, guys. Think about that HDL and the LDL and what you could do, what you're able to control, and make sure you try to keep your heart as healthy as possible so that you can be around for your loved ones. That's your girl Tasha signing off. No, it's not easy, Larnice, not at all. Bye, guys. Love you.